What's good, family? Doomsday symptoms, doomsday addictions, doomsday, whoever knows what day it is. We're going to talk about this whole focus that people give to these doomsdays, okay? Now, I got to make sure that this is all of me in the video, so hide your kids. And if you don't want to hear no profanity, you might not want to watch this video because I might go all the way there because if I'm going all the way. Doomsday, y'all. We got to understand two things. First thing is this. The entire physical reality is working on the old job, okay? The old job is preserving the past, okay? And the past reflect all the lower emotions that people have been living in all up until now. This entire country of America is built on a whole bunch of negativity, a whole bunch of, you know what it is. You know, I don't need to go into all of the things in this video. But where we're going here is this. We have to understand that the goal of the Matrix has been the same. Keep the individuals focused in a less than positive way, and the emotions that they focus on will take care of the rest. Why is it this? Why is it like that? Well, it's like that because the mind and the heart, the thought and the emotions, they work in a systematic way. First, the thought programs the heart. Then the heart programs the thoughts. So you have to ascend from our old state of being into a new state, then program ourselves with the new state, and then walk around with it. But this is what's happening right now. People are being programmed with more of the old shit, but it's just looking new. People have been afraid all their whole lives and still finding more shit to be afraid of. Why? Because fear releases biochemicals. And these biochemicals, when they're released inside your body habitually wants to reconstruct the same process it's been doing. So it's like, oh, well, I haven't felt afraid in 7 days. Let me find some shit that is fucking with the world so that I can feel about it and tell other people. What is all of this about? This is doomsday. It's a psychological understanding that there's bad shit coming and it's coming soon. Now, obviously, there's a lot of bad shit that goes on in the world. And I'm not on here trying to talk about like life as a fucking pixel or some fairy shit. It's not that. But at the same time, it is what you focus for. Because if you focus for AI coming to just tear up the people and AI and this and that, then you're going to find more shit to think about that. You're going to find more feelings to feel about that. Because whatever you're showing to yourself through your eyes, that is what you're sowing into your garden, the heart mind. And as you sow into the heart mind is going to attract to you more of which you've been looking for. So this doomsday shit, there's no benefit. That's number one. There's no benefit. But before we even get to that, let's talk about God. God becomes people, okay? And God becomes you. Here you are. God cannot be killed, but you can take this body. Okay, so if God can never be killed, what is there about death that y'all don't like? What is it about death that makes people so afraid? If God can't die, once you align yourself to the source God within you, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? This tells me you're not really in alignment. Because if you're in alignment, you have better things to focus for because you understand you're on mission. You got a purpose. You're utilizing your gifts and abilities to actively fulfill your multiple purposes. So there's not much time to focus on what the AI is doing. The AI is doing shit right now. I'm making this video right now. I'll upload it to YouTube. The AI is going to be listening to what I'm saying so that it can tell you in English, in text. The AI got a job. Some of y'all fuckers not working then because y'all always focus on what the AI is doing. How about you give the AI a job? Huh? Y'all acting like these fucking robots is more smart than you. No, they call them smartphones, smart TV, smart watch. God don't need to be called smart. Okay? God don't need to be called smart. God don't need that. So why do you need that? You're not a device like these computers and phones. You're more astute than these devices. All right? So we had to first understand, first, God can't be killed. So where's the doomsday? It ends there. It ends there. The form and focus of life is life and life more abundantly. But the issue is that most people forget about the abundance part of life and they focus on the lack because that's what's standing in front of them. That's what's staring at them. So they're focusing on what is already, but then they're only adding their thoughts to what is already. So if you're looking at these doomsday stories, AI takeovers and robot takeovers and zombie apocalypse and all that kind of shit, all you're doing is really filling your own vibration with that. That's it. Like, this is a buffet of life right now. And you can choose what you eat on. That's facts. That's facts. Some people in other places in the world don't even know about a pandemic going on because they're so much involved in the joy of their lives. And these people don't even have no iPhone X, iPhone Plus, Max, nothing. So what is the focus? That's the cool question. What the focus? What the focus, man? I get a little bit frustrated when people come in my DMs about some of these things, but I always know that they're always bringing me something to stand on so I can be higher in my vibration. So I'm always cool with it. Somebody came in my DMs and just shared me a video of some robot shit, and it was like, have you seen this video? It was no positive energy about that. It was just like, oh my God, this is coming. This is coming. And so fucking what? And so fucking what? Robots are coming, bitch. Robots have been here. Self-driving cars. Motherfucking pin codes. All this shit is technology, computers, and robots. But now that they have robots that are shaping as human beings, we're supposed to be afraid? What the fuck is there to be afraid about? Death? Is that it? Is that it? Now, I know I'm coming a little sharp and hard right now, but that's the time. Like, this is what it is. Like, I can't even come up with something. You know, it's not something I can come up with. This is just here. Because the doomsday shit gotta go, man. The doomsday shit gotta go. Gotta go. I'll blow away for us. I'll blow away for us. I have no problem blowing away for all of us. But I'm not going to be negligent to the aspect that negative shit does happen. But what I'm not going to do is use my God-given talent, my thought, my emotion, and this moment to predict somebody else's plan. What the fuck does that do? Nothing for me. Nothing for my family. Nothing for the purpose. Nothing for the calling. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to understand God is eternal and really live from there. And all this other shit is just going to be like, oh, okay. So I can see where people get caught in the webs of all the information because they're not actually grounded in the foundation of the science. They're not really grounded in the sense of scripture that lives time on and time on. The qualities of timeless wisdom that's found in the Bible, in the Quran, however you've been raised. You get what I'm saying? So, first thing, God is eternal. Second, we have to learn how the mind and body correspond, how they dance with each other. We're dancing with God all the time. If I'm not talking to you, I'm talking with God. I'm thinking with God. My thought is God. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear from the I am within myself, I have to quiet me, the David. I have to quiet my personality. But you can't quiet your personality, hear from your higher self, and then also entertain all these fucking stories that haven't even happened yet. They haven't even happened yet. You can't do all of that. So what you end up doing is you get dopamine addiction. What's chemical? Stress. Is it insulin? I'll go into that another time. But basically, the stress that you feel releases a specific chemical inside your body. That's what people are addicted to. So they're not understanding that it doesn't matter which doomsday they're focusing on, whether it's a fucking meteor flying into the space from another star system or fucking, zombie apocalypse. Bitches, zombies walking around right now with phones in their hand. Like, it's not all about the fucking Hollywood effects. This shit is symbology. People walking around as zombies now. People walking around as androids and robots now. They get a little beep from the iPhone watch and they fucking do whatever it tells them to do. This shit's happened already. So, like, it's not something to be, like, super inflamed about. We have to understand what it means to really be grounded in our human bodies. We're in this body, y'all. Like, you're in a human body. Like, so, let's start focusing more on where we're putting our focus. How about that? We want to be aware? Cool. We want to be in enlightenment? Cool. We want to be woke? Cool. Be woke about what you're focusing for. Be enlightened about how you're putting your attention into things. And everything that you're putting your attention to grows. So what are you putting your attention to that's in alignment with your intention? See, I come out here and drop it down like it's not really nothing to say, but it's a lot, and it is what it is. I'm not going to be there to make sure somebody write their name on their own paper. You're going to be there, and I hope you just do what you know you came to do. Now, before to close this video, the mind and the heart. How do these two dance with each other? Well, let me explain it to you. God creates his own self. Now, I'm going to say him's own self, and I'm going to say him for the remainder of this video. Y'all can understand duality, and y'all can understand it as well. So, God creates himself, and then he gives to himself everything from himself. So, I've learned so much from my mother, my father, my sister, my brother, my auntie, my uncle, because that is God giving to me. Then I also learn from other people's brothers and sisters and aunties and children and mothers, all the folks. Everybody pours into me. Okay? Where does everything go? It goes into my subconscious mind for review. That's where it goes. So you can watch something. You don't have to take a side immediately. You can observe something, or you can hear about something and just be neutral about it. Now, you don't need to be neutral about everything, because that's not a good pattern. A lot of times you just turn lukewarm and you don't got no fire because you're lukewarm. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you don't want to be neutral about everything, but you don't also have to take and polarize all the information that you get immediately. You have a choice. It's called moments. So you can see something and you take a moment. Let me process that. I don't know how I feel about that. Let me process that. Okay? So the mind uses the senses to receive information. Information is now stored in the subconscious space. Now it's up for review. The more you focus on what you've already stored, the bigger it becomes. I don't want none of that. So let's turn the other cheek. That's the meaning of that, by the way. It's not that somebody's going to punch you in the face and you're supposed to turn the other cheek, so they punch the other face. Because that would be fucking... You can't even preserve yourself with that kind of logic. You can't even preserve yourself with that. That's not what it's about. It's about turn your other cheek, meaning turn your face from what you're focusing on to another thing. Okay? Mind takes information, hand it over to the heart. Heart gets information, send it back to the mind. So the way it comes back to the mind is through the reality. So let's say I want to see my auntie, and I want to see her launch her business. She told me about her business. I've been having positive ideas about her. I've been keeping her in positive word. I've been speaking positively about her and her business. Call it prayer if you like. I've been praying for her and all those kind of things. So when we see the fruition, which is called the manifestation of my words, obviously I'm going to be like, yeah, that's exactly what I expect, because I know my word don't return without what I said. That's how it works. That's how it works. So the more you say doomsday, the more you feel doomsday. And that day is not coming, because we're eternal. So fuck that doomsday shit. It's not taking us nowhere. It's not helping us do nothing besides find problems, because that's another problem. I'm going to that. But you have this ability to decide on how you decide, and you have to be there. You cannot do things because other people are doing them. Oh, everybody's talking about this kind of zombie shit. Let me get it. For what? For what? For what? For what? So that you can say at the time of the wrong manifestation, I told you so? Why the fuck do you want to be responsible for some wrong shit? Why the fuck you want to be the one who knows about how the problem is not solved? Oh, you want to be the one who knew first. So you want to, I told y'all the zombies were coming. See, I told you. For fucking what? For fucking what? So that you can show people that you don't have a plan? Is that what you want? So that you can say you knew it was coming? You motherfucking created that shit yourself. You might as well have created anything if you was going to put all your energy into somebody else's fucking stupid ass idea. You could have created what God is using you for. Using, if y'all don't like that term, find your way, man. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the facts. If you're not creating nothing better than the shit that's going on in the world, why the fuck are you not doing that? Why the fuck are you not creating anything if you don't like what's going on? Why are you only talking about what's going on? Why? Is that a victim mentality I'm smelling right now? It smells like burnt food. I walking straight into the house and I know y'all burnt some shit in here. It smells like victim mentality. You can't make it with that. You cannot. That's ego. You have to shed that. Now, if y'all need some advice or have some questions, comment. I'm an open book. My gospel is my life. I talk about everything I've lived. That's it. Boom. So let's go into that last piece I wanted to touch on. We already understand now that the mind is going to be illustrating to the heart. So what we have to do is we have to stand at the door of our mind. That means you have to also be at the door of your senses. Because that's how things enter into the mind. The ears, the eyes. I can hear some shit right now that's not good news. It might not be true. Why I gotta make it true before I validate if it's true? Because I don't trust the good. That's why. Now, of course, there's things that happen that are not the best things, like I said. But we also have to be open-minded for that. Not to say that we're going to be closed-minded and think it's just going to be rainbows and butterflies and fairies and pixels and dust and all that kind of shit. It's not that either. But it is what you focus for. I can promise you that. It is what you focus for. So that's the reason why I don't get information about none of them fucking zombies and all them apocalypses and shit like this. Because I'm bringing life to the world. That's what I'm bringing. I carry shit on my back. But not for real. Like, real talk. Real talk. So, when we start to be aware of how we choose to use our attention, we'll find ourselves actually experiencing the things that we focusing on. Because that is how it works, y'all. The entire distraction is what we sometimes call facts. Facts can be distracting if the facts are limiting you from your creation. So you say that you want to become a millionaire. Maybe somebody has that kind of personal thing. That's their thing, right? They want to be a millionaire. So the fact is, the fact of the moment is that you got $3,752 in your account. That's a fact right now. So are you going to be less of a millionaire because of that fact? Or are you going to focus on your future? Because what you focus for is what you get. See, a lot of times people focus on what they got. That's why they don't get nothing. Sometimes people focus on what they've been had. That's why the shit that they have don't change. You got to be able to allow for yourself to choose to focus on what is actually important. It is what it is. And if you choose not to, I guess you're going to get more of what you're paying attention to. Because you only get paid from where you pay attention. You only get reimbursed from where you pay attention. So, that's what it is, y'all. So I wanted to make sure I made this video because I just felt pressure. I felt pressure about this concept and this topic. And noticing that, as soon as I notice what people catch or what people are caught in when it comes to this world web. People are caught in certain events. People are caught in certain outcomes. People are caught in certain perceived stories that haven't even happened yet because they're fearful. So it's showing you your fear about life. But you have to resolve that within yourself. I cannot do that work for you. I've done that work for myself. If you want to know how I did it, ask some questions. I can't be giving y'all all the keys because y'all know what to do with them once I hand them over. So y'all got to ask me, how do you open this door? How do you open this door? How do you open this door? That's basically how we're going to keep walking here. So y'all gonna have to start falling in love with the comment section because I can't give y'all everything not knowing that you haven't asked. Because then I'm just not helping you and I'm not equipping you properly because you don't know what you have. So with that being said, y'all, it's very important that we make it our focus to be aware of what our focus is. Now, if you start the day without a focus, that's the first problem. Go to bed with one so you wake up with it. That's it. What are you doing? Why are you here? You don't need to know exactly why, but you can actually observe some of the things that you want to put right. You want to put that right because you seen that shit was wrong. You're not going to wait for somebody else to tell you because you've been seeing it already. So go ahead and put that shit right like you know you're supposed to. You're supposed to because you said you was going to, and you might not have even opened your mouth. But I am within yourself said, so you know who is talking. You know what I'm saying? You know where your ideas coming from. Your ideas are coming from the throne of God. And you got to treat them just like that. Now, if you're not treating your ideas like that, you most likely treating somebody else's ideas. Taking them out to lunch, taking them out to dinner, showing them to your aunties and your uncles, and posting the shit on social media for them. Building their whole outcome, and you don't even know where the fucking income's coming from. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. No more. Not you, not now, not ever. Not you, not now, not ever. Straight like that. Straight like that. So with that being said, y'all, fuck all that doomsday shit because the only truth is God is and forever will be. And whether you're watching this video from a phone or computer screen, the source is sitting inside of you right now. So you don't need to look outside for much. Maybe you need to find your shoes. But you don't need to look outside for what you really need to find. What you really need to find is it, whatever the quality of your outcome, the quality of your manifestation, whatever it is, in mind. That's what you need to find. You need to find it in mind. And you can't find it in mind focusing on all the other timelines and scrolling on all the feeds. What you need to understand is there's an internal feed happening right now, and it's feeding inside from your inside, and you have to be inside to get what's coming. So turn within, seek the face of God, and find out where you've been hiding your eternal smile. So with that being said, I think I'm finished here on this doomsday conversation. If I have to talk about it again, I will. I feel like we should be able to close the casket and close the band-aids on this. So with that being said, comment below if you learned something from this. Comment below if you've been in that type of cycle or that kind of loop. It's really a trauma loop. It's a loop of trauma because as you watch or as you observe these things, it continually makes you feel the same feelings that you don't want. That you don't want. And you know you don't want that shit. How many of us right now want fucking robots to be fucking, I don't know, picking people up by their legs and shit like that? Nobody wants that. So let's focus for what we prefer. And if you don't know what you prefer, then I guess you're not focusing long enough on the problems. Because I know y'all been looking at these problems for a fucking minute. Y'all can tell me all the brands, the companies, the manufacturers, all the parts of the robots and all that kind of shit. Well, tell me all about your business. You know somebody else's business so well. Mind your fucking business, Lord. Mind your business, Lord. What's your business here? Because we see other folks, their business is fucking polluting the planet, you know, enslaving, mentally enslaving, physically enslaving, and then economically enslaving. We see their plan. What's your plan, Lord? Huh? I just say that because we want to be enlightened so bad, but then we don't do nothing with it once we're there. Or even in the space of growth, we only focus on problems because we haven't actually outgrew that negative mind state. Now I'm about to leave, but I'm going to say this last because this is important. So y'all want to get that. Ants. Some of these folks in the world right now are like ants. They're automated negative thought systems. That's what they are right now. But they are organically the source. They're organically God. But they're actually walking around like ants right now because they're automated on negative thought systems. Shit that just produce negative thoughts, negative ideas, negative imaginations just to make the emotions reflect the same qualities of thought. Then your whole reality is not going to start to produce from those emotions. And you're going to have the word to blame somebody. You ought to blame yourself for not asking what the focus. So with that being said, I've said everything. Don't walk around with that ants shit, okay? Them automatic negative thoughts is not yours. Go ahead and send the meditation and you'll be able to find the sender and the receiver list of all them thoughts. Let them Jones go back to where they belong. Return to sender. Ashe, and so it is. And go about your business. But automatic negative thoughts is just going to automate you to be negatively thinking in systems and cycles. And these cycles reflect doom, death, worry, fear, pain, and every other cousin from them family members. So it's obvious. It's not hard. It's not hard. It speaks for itself. It's very loud, actually. You can't even mute this shit. The actual reality and how people choose to live their lives is so loud you cannot mute it. So choose on purpose. Be the joyful being that you came to be. Be the prosperous being you came to be. Be the courageous being you came to be. Don't be fucking around with this fear shit, all this ant shit, and be crawling on the ground like you're not coming from the skies. That being said, I'm going to talk to y'all another time, all right? Stay uplifted, family. Stay encouraged. Keep your eye focused. Keep your eye single. And the whole body shall be full with light. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm going to talk to y'all again. Stay uplifted. Peace.